If you're not subscribed to his channel, definitely go do that right now and check this man out. Real educational guy and a lot of knowledge coming from this gentleman right here. So definitely check him out.
Thank you, family. Appreciate that.
How you doing today, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm blessed. I'm here to see another year. So I'm good. You
Amen
know.
to that.
Yep. But we're gonna hop into these questions if you don't mind. And first question I like to throw out to everybody is where you from?
Originally, I'm from Newport News, Virginia,
Okay.
a small town about 45 minutes outside of Virginia Beach, the area where Hampton University and all that good stuff is from. So, yeah, down there.
Okay. How'd you come up with your YouTube channel name?
I was sitting in a Burger King one day and I saw a truck.
Mm,
On the truck, the title was Hillbilly Tree Service.
okay.
And I chuckled about it. And I was like, I was kind of in the mind frame of wanting to do something, but couldn't figure out what.
Mm-hmm.
So I was joking with a friend of mine later on. I told him about the truck, and I was like, I should make a channel called Homeboy Tactical. And we chuckled, and then he was like, hey, you know what? You should run with that.
Definitely. Definitely.
And I was like, oh, man, I thought about it. It didn't sound like, you're on your six or Eagle Eye or
Yeah.
anything military or police related. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Definitely a catchy name. That was like one of the first things that attracted me to your channel was the name. Like I seen Homeboy Tactical, and I'm like, yeah, I got to check him out. Just to see what he was about. So definitely glad I
appreciate
did
it.
that.
Appreciate
Um,
it, man.
how long you been in the firearms?
Uh, I'm 45 now, so I would say when I was 9 years old, I got put onto him. My
Okay.
cousin took me out back to shoot a revolver, and I was hooked.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was it.
Do you have any type of firearms training?
Nothing, no classes or anything like that. Just
Mm-hmm.
over the years, I became a student of the game, man. I studied firearms, how to build them, the parts of them. I built my own AR,
Okay.
and just being around the culture, the gun
Mm-hmm.
culture, it taught me everything from 9 years old to now.
Yeah, I feel you. What got you interested in firearms?
Um, with the going out back with my cousin shooting back there in North Carolina, shot a revolver one day, and then I don't know, man. Just anytime I saw a movie, um, somebody would have a firearm. I
Mm-hmm.
was right there in front and center, like asking questions and
Okay.
identifying guns that I'd see on a movie or something like that.
Okay. What made you want to be a content creator?
Um, a friend of mine encouraged me to do it. He was, his wife was doing something. I'm gonna give her a little plug if that's cool.
No doubt. No doubt.
All right, she does toys for your kids. The toy reviewer. So put your
Okay.
kids on to her. Um, tell her Homeboy Tactical sent you.
No doubt.
Um, but she was talking to me about how YouTube works, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, um, probably my biggest inspiration is Coleon Noir
Yeah.
and Hickok 45.
Okay.
So man, that decided. I said, let me do something.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Hickok was probably the first YouTuber or GunTuber that I've ever seen. Like when I got on, and I seen him, and then I ran across like Coleon Noir, and that was like the first brother I seen do it. So
Yes.
that kind of attracted me to it. And you were probably like one of the first people that I seen brothers on YouTube doing it too. You know what I mean?
Oh
And
man.
and you definitely kept me motivated and wanting to do it because like I know when I first started, I didn't really know much about like guns. I was learning as I go. And
Yeah.
you might not even remember, but I used to ask you all type of questions. I used to send you all little messages, and you would answer all my questions. And I'm like, yo, he's a real guy. You know what I mean? Because a
Oh
lot of people
man.
would have been like, man, you on my nerve. Like you just sending me all these questions. But I mean, you was answering all my questions, and mad respect for you for that.
Oh man. All day, family. I think that's one of the things, man, about my personality. I like to stuff I know about. I like
Hmm.
to talk about, and
Yeah.
if I can help people, like you ask me the questions, I got no problem with that, man. I
Yeah.
I try to talk to any and everybody, whether it's a negative comment or
Hmm.
a positive comment or a question. I try to respond to them, and just do what I can do. I just want to put it all out there for them, man.
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, that's something that I try to do as a content creator myself. It's like, if somebody reaches out to me, I try to give them as much information as I can because I know how I was, with the green thumb when I first came into it, and I just try to help people out as well.
Yeah, and you know what, man? I think the other thing is being of the gun culture.
Mm-hmm.
Like I consider myself a gun guy before a YouTuber or anything like that.
Okay.
But being of that culture, I know that we need more people to come to our,
Yeah.
to the culture and understand it. Like I
Yep.
know the media will lie to you, the politicians will lie to you, and when you're in the culture, you really get that understanding.
Yep. For sure.
And I want people to, like, I know a lot of people that they'll be like, oh, I ain't answering this dude.
Mm-hmm.
But if I answer you, maybe you'll be like, man, like you became a gun guy. Now
Yeah.
you're out there answering questions, man. You got a channel blowing up. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yep. How long you been doing YouTube?
Uh, 4 years, but I would say solidly of those 4 years, I've done actually 2 solid years of really working YouTube, man. I just had a few little setbacks and
Yeah.
just dealing with those, but definitely guys like you are motivation. You know what I mean?
Appreciate
And
it.
other people. So yeah.
What you carrying as a EDC right now?
All right, I'm rotating, man. I got a Glock 19,
Okay.
the Gen 5 MOS. Hold on. We are gun guys.
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
Okay.
So I got the Olight PL Mini,
Mm-hmm.
front cock inspirations, MOS cut. No finger grooves.
Yep.
This is California compliant, man. So it's 10 rounder.
Okay.
But yep, that's what's on me, man.
All right. Love the Glock 19. One of my favorites, especially Gen 5s. I like Gen 5s.
Yeah.
Yep.
It felt like they finally got it right, like I wanted it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my other gun is the Taurus PT-111 G2,
Okay.
which is what my channel pretty much was built off of, man. Just talking
Yeah.
about that little gun.
Yep.
It's phenomenal.
All right. What's your thoughts on guns with safeties?
I think they're great for people who are just getting into guns,
Mm-hmm.
helping them transition to the point where they are comfortable
Yeah.
carrying, without a safety or whatever. But as far as somebody who's got, I would say more than 3 years at least carrying experience,
Mm-hmm.
I think you'd be well into not having a safety on your gun like a Glock or something like that.
Yeah.
I think you'd be good to go.
Yeah. I try to tell people, like, I mean, it don't really matter about the safety, but to me personally, I don't like carrying guns with safeties because I believe it's just an extra step. In case I get into a situation, you got to remember, to take that safety off and whatnot. But I mean, if you train with it and it's your only carry gun, then it kind of becomes muscle memory to where, you don't even think about it. It's just something that you do naturally. But I mean, if they have it in a rotation, that's not something that me personally I would do. But I can understand somebody carrying one.
Yes, facts, man. I feel
Yeah.
the same way.
Yep. What was the first gun you ever purchased?
First gun I ever purchased was a Ruger P95.
Okay.
I had seen the movie Desperado, and he had the the P. I think it was the P89s.
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? Two
Yeah.
P89s, and I went looking out for a gun, man, and I found the Ruger. It was a little different, but it was still a Ruger like he had on the show, and I copped that.
Okay.
That was up against the Glock 19, and I skipped the Glock 19, and it's been a regret of mine ever since. But I got one now, so I'm good.
Yeah, that's no doubt. What made you want to buy your first firearm? Not like the specific gun, but just get a firearm in general. What made you want to get your first one?
I thought it was time. I had been going to the range and renting the gun.
Uh-huh.
That's a great way, man. For the viewers out there, if you are looking to get into a gun and go to the range, rent some, shoot them, shoot different guns, and then you kind of get a feel for how the gun feels and what you want for your personal gun. So that's what I was doing. I was going to the range, and then I said, you know what? Boom. I got this decent job. I'm going to get my first gun.
Okay.
So, yeah, 21. That was cool.
Yeah. I think I got my first gun. I think it was like 22, 23, something around there. So, yeah. What do you, in your opinion, what's the best gun you ever shot?
Oh man, I had a CZ
Hmm.
P10C recently.
Yeah.
I ended up having to sell it, man. I regret that, but that gun was like a point and shoot gun. It was
Hmm.
like, even if I was really aiming or not, wherever I pointed at, the gun was hitting it.
Yeah.
And I was using the small metal plates to, test it out. I really
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
care about like the grouping or the accuracy. If I
Uh
can
huh.
hit those small metal plates, I think I'm in the money.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I EDC right now. I use that CZP10C. I love that
Oh
thing.
yeah,
Yeah.
pull girlfriend out, man. Let me
Yeah.
see her.
I don't have her on me right now. She upstairs.
Ah,
And I had my gym shorts on, so I was carrying my SIG today. But
okay, okay.
yeah, yeah. Worst gun you feel like you ever shot?
I shot a. I don't really care for revolvers, but a friend of mine has a Security Six. I think it is a Ruger revolver, like the
Okay.
old school police gun, and New York police guns.
Yeah.
And I shot that thing, man, and I had like right here on this part of my hand, it
Mm-hmm.
ached for like a couple of days afterwards, and I was like, man, I really don't care for that one. And it wasn't like I hadn't shot that caliber before. I don't know if it was the ergonomics of the gun, but it
Yeah.
just didn't rock with me too well.
Yeah. That's how I felt about the Diamondback DB9. Like I wanted that one. I checked it out. I knew it was like a little budget gun, and I went and shot that thing. Man, it tore my hand up. I was like, I ain't never shooting that thing again. I ain't brought it out the house since then.
Right,
But
right.
yeah, but would you consider yourself a fanboy to any gun manufacturer, and why?
No, not anymore. I used to be a Glock fanboy,
Okay.
hardcore. Um, I would hate on other guns because they was, copying Glock style.
Yeah.
But don't ask me back then, man, what gun should I buy? Glock. Get you a Glock.
Yep.
But then I got introduced to like the AR platform, and then I built one, and then I
Mm,
started, messing around with other handguns
yeah.
and getting into this YouTube thing. That's when I was like, man, I can't be a fanboy to no gun, man. That's crazy.
Yeah. You prefer inside or outdoor ranges?
Outdoor,
Outdoor.
outdoor,
Yeah.
man. I had always wanted to shoot outdoor, and then I got the chance, man. And it was done. It was done.
Yeah.
You know, this is the freedom. It's
Mm,
hard to beat.
yeah. I prefer outdoor, but like there's a lot more indoor ranges here. I just like hitting shooting steel rather than shooting paper. So I like
Yeah.
that ring.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Best handgun caliber in your opinion?
Um, I'm really liking 9 millimeter.
Hmm.
Um, it's hard for me. I carried everything. I've carried 45, carried 40 caliber, uh, nine. It's just nine for capacity, and the technology of 9 millimeter bullets with the plus P's and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You can do what you got to do if you caring
Yep.
for self defense and all of that. Um, but train like you practice. I mean, train like you play. So
Yeah.
you using 9 millimeter is more than effective, in my opinion, to
Hmm.
get the job done for
Definitely.
whatever.
Definitely. Yeah, I like 9 millimeter. It's my favorite handgun round too. I like 45. I think I came in really liking 45 just because it was the bigger and it's like, oh, this is a monster of the round, and
Yeah,
it's more hitting power and stuff like that. But as I matured a little bit more, I was like, I prefer 9 millimeter, and just carrying 8 rounds and stuff was like, I like the round count too in 9 millimeters.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Best rifle caliber and why?
Uh, all I've really fired. Oh well, you know what? I like the 223.
Okay.
I've trained the most with that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's pretty much what I carry in my AR now.
Yeah.
But I've also fired the 7.6, the AK round 7.62 by 39.
Uh huh.
Um, and then I've shot 5.56. And then other than that, it was 50 caliber is the only other rifle caliber that I've shot.
Okay. Okay. Most money that you've ever paid for a gun, and what gun was it?
I think over time my AR,
Mm-hmm.
because I built it, I took my time with it. You know, I put all the bells and whistles that I wanted on there.
Yeah.
So I probably ended up $1,200 after I got the gun done,
Okay.
and then even over time with that, I've stripped stuff off, and
Mm-hmm.
so spent some unnecessary money there.
Yeah. What made you want to build your first AR?
A friend of mine had showed me a picture of this gun that he said he bought,
Uh
and every time I tried to get him to show me the gun, he BS me or whatever. So I just went to the gun shop where he got it from, and I was talking to the dude about the gun, and he was like, "Man, why you want that thing?" I think it was like a 22 long rifle, like a submachine gun style.
okay.
It's like an MP5.
Okay.
Okay, so the guy pulls out this AR-15 and sits it on the counter, and I'm like, "Man, I'm not going to Iraq, bro. I just, I just I
Yeah.
wanted a little cool little gun. So I went home. I got on YouTube. I looked at some AR videos, and I was like, man, these are like Legos for men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I got on that, man. I started buying parts and researching and learning and teaching myself the gun.
Uh-huh.
I know that gun from the rooter to the tutor now, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. A lot of people say it's once you have like a few ARs that you bought, that you should probably start building them after that. Like after you buy like two or three, you might want to start building them. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's something I haven't done yet, but it's definitely something that I thought about doing that I really want to do. You know.
I got two strip lowers, man. I caught on a deal at a little gun shop out way out in the mountains in Virginia, man. And
Yeah.
yeah, I had to jump on those. So I'm thinking about building, but everything is so crazy right now, expensive.
True.
Ammo is just ridiculous.
True. Dry firing, is it a good thing or a bad thing?
In my opinion, it is a good thing, especially right now with if you got a quality firearm, which is a lot of them. The dry firing thing to me is like for the older guns back in the day.
Uh-huh.
But the stuff we got now, man, is everybody's trying to compete with Glock, man. You can't
Yeah.
use dry fire. You ain't,
True.
why you even saying anything about Glock name, But I think for training purposes, if you, I want to do some videos on that. You know what I mean? Just dry firing and practicing your aim and your trigger pull and all those essentials that come with the gun. I tell people all the time, man, there's a lot more involved with firearms once you get down to the nitty gritty of it than just looking cool pulling a trigger.
Yeah.
There's techniques to all of this stuff.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on having a carry rotation?
But as far as guns,
Yeah.
I think that's cool, man. I think like during the summertime, I tend to carry that Taurus a lot more.
Uh-huh.
I broke the doggone holster. That's why I'm not carrying it today.
Okay.
That probably would have been on me, man, because I had, I'm a little older, so I'm trying to look sexy, right? So I'm having my little shirts on,
Right.
And then you get a little self-conscious, man, about a Glock sticking off your hip versus the Taurus,
Yeah.
But, and then in the wintertime, I like to carry the Glock 19 or something else, you know what I mean? The CZ was, man, that gun, man.
Yeah. That's what I carry two. I carry my CZ is like every day, and then like on days like today, like it's like 87 degrees outside. So I was like, I throw some gym shorts on. I just grab my SIG P365 XL because it's it's a lot more compact and deep concealed type gun. So I run with that. But I just tell everybody, anybody who wants to have a carry rotation, to make sure that you kind of carry it in the same position. Because you don't want to get used to one gun and then, you get into a situation, you grab the other gun like you would grab this one, and, it's just, you want to do things the same, and carry it the same way that you would any other gun, and practice with any gun that you're going to carry. You should have a lot of practice with anyway.
Facts. Big facts on me.
Yeah. What's your thoughts on appendix carry?
I like it. When I was slimmer, man, I used to do it all the time, man.
Yeah.
Now, with the quarantine, I got my gut back. So I've been 3 o'clock at it lately, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love appendix, man. that extra real estate of the width of your waist
Uh-huh.
really helps out with concealment. I can wear a smaller T-shirt, in confidence versus it being on my 3 o'clock,
Yeah.
which is my right hand side
Uh-huh.
for if you're a new gun owner. I mean, gun person.
Yep.
3 o'clock is a position over here as your body is a clock.
It took me a while to figure that out. Like I was like, people talking about 3 o'clock position, and then I was like, oh, there's like a clock, and I was like, makes sense now. But yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Steel or paper targets? Which one you prefer?
Still, I like to hear that metal ring, man.
Yeah.
The paper is cool, but my eyesight is not the best no more. I can pick up the steel targets a little bit better.
Yeah.
But yeah, just hearing that thing, ting.
Yep. Yeah, I prefer the steel. I like that. Like I think everybody likes to hear that sound. You know what I mean? But I like paper targets for sighting in guns and stuff like that, and for accuracy, like seeing where you hitting like precise hits. I prefer paper, but I mean I love the sound of the steel.
Big facts. Big facts.
You ever had a negligent discharge?
No.
No.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Never. If you're a new gun person out there, man, you're listening to this. First, welcome to the community. Welcome. We really need you in here with us.
Yes.
But one thing I really practice over and over and over and over again is safety. Safety. Not sweeping somebody or pointing my gun at them inadvertently while I'm just looking at it or moving it around. I don't muzzle anybody. I know the four rules.
Yep.
Don't sweep anybody. Know what's beyond your target. Know what your target is. Keep your finger off the trigger, and all those good things, man. And that has really worked out. And then also a lot of times when I'll empty my gun, I will rack the slide 3 and 4 times just to be sure that nothing has, gotten lodged or anything.
Yeah.
And then I do a visual check and a physical check, stick my finger up in there, and thank God, as in my 20 plus odd years, it has never been a negligent discharge.
Yeah. I try to tell people that, like, especially the 4 gun rules, the 4 safety gun rules, but, always just assume that your gun is loaded. Like, always assume, because, the time that you think that it is not, it might be loaded. So always inspect your gun. Every time I take somebody to the range to, like, try to help them, pick a gun or train them or something like that, I'm like, always assume that it's loaded. Always keep it down range. Assume that it's loaded. And like you said, never sweep anybody with a gun. And like, if you have any problems, put the gun down before you decide to turn around and do all that chit chatting and everything. But yeah, safety is definitely the most important thing for new firearms owner. Like, you got to be safe with it. And a lot of people, I think, like, being that the popularity of owning guns now is like boomed, that a lot of people are not really focusing on the safety aspects. They're just focusing on the point that I got a gun, so safety is always first, though.
Yeah.
Any guns that you're looking forward to getting?
Yeah, years ago, man, I lost a it was stolen, actually, a Glock 30.
Okay.
And I've been really, really wanting to replace that gun. But I think over that, I really want to buy the CZP-10C again.
Yeah. The Glock 30, is that the 45 caliber?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thoughts on open carry?
If you do it, great. I'm comfortable when I see people open carrying, because I'm usually carrying myself. So, but it's not for me.
Yeah.
I like my concealment. I like that element of surprise.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Like, I don't like to tell people how to carry their guns and stuff like that. But like you said, like, personally for me, open carry is just not something that I'm comfortable with. I prefer being concealed and things like that. I just like you said, the element of surprise and not knowing, what I mean? Like, if anything go down and they see you got a gun, I always feel like they're going to shoot you first because you're the threat, so they'll get rid of you first. But you got a home defense setup as far as firearms?
Yeah, I've been usually running with that Glock 19.
Okay.
I got a very minimal stash or cache guns right now, man.
Yeah.
But using the Glock 19 with the O-Light
Okay.
Valkyrie Mini on it,
Okay.
and some hollow points, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Any firearm that you 100% would recommend to anybody?
Glock 19. It's just
I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you at all. Like
let
Glock
me
19
explain
is
that one.
universal.
Yeah. It's the longevity in the game, the
Mm-hmm.
reputation it's got. My experience with it,
Mm-hmm.
knowing its rugged durability.
Yeah.
I carried one for the longest time, a Glock. I think it was my 23, but I treated that gun just like I didn't love it at all, man.
Yeah.
No cleaning. I fired it like crazy because I was just getting used to the 40 caliber round,
Yeah.
and what, I was like, I'm just gonna make this gun live up to its name. And every time I pulled that trigger, it went bang.
Yep.
And I know I did 2,500 rounds or better through that.
Yeah. That's why I got a Glock 17, a Gen 5, not too long ago, and like I did my initial impressions of it, and then I'm like, I'm gonna take it to the range. It's gonna be like every other Glock that I've ever shot. Like it's not gonna like do anything but what it's supposed to do. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I'm not. I don't want to say not excited to go take it out and shoot because I always like shooting the Glocks because I know that it's going to function. But I'm like, it's not
Right.
like it's going to give me something innovative or new every time that I take one out. But I just prefer the reliability of it. So that's why I stay Glock. Grab you a Glock for first gun owners. Like I said, I don't like telling people what to get, but if I had a choice, I'm definitely gonna go Glock with the first time out the gate.
Yeah, and with the longevity in the game, I mean everything's available for it.
Yeah.
Holsters. The holster I'm carrying right now is the Vetter
Okay.
holster inside the waistband, and it's
Mm-hmm.
made to fit my gun with the light.
Okay.
And they just offered that on the site.
Yeah.
Gen
Yep.
5 and the whole nine. Um, and then there's magazines everywhere. There's
Mm-hmm.
parts and everything,
Yeah.
upgrades, just all over the market for that gun. So
Yeah. I tell
seems
people
like
it's
the
like
best option
the
for me.
it's kind of like the Apple phone of guns, you know what I mean? Because they got everything that you want. Everybody's making an accessory for it. So if you want this, you want this type of light, you want this type of red dot, you want this type of holster with the claw, or you want this, they gonna make it for a Glock before they make
Yep.
it for any other company.
Yep.
Yeah. Any firearm that you would tell people to stay away from?
Um. Nah, you know what? Because even with even with high points, if that's somebody's price point and they really want something to protect themselves, I say go with it.
Yeah.
Just do some maintenance on that thing quite a bit as far as keeping it clean or whatever have you.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't think there's any gun. I like them all. If they go bang, I like them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Except for that Ruger Security 6 one. But yeah, don't get that gun. Don't get the Ruger Security 6. Tear your hand up.
Yeah. You got a favorite type of ammo?
Um, nah, I'll shoot anything, man.
Okay.
I expect all my guns that I carry. If I take them to the range, I'm gonna shoot whatever I can afford. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean?
Yep.
I mean, this was back when prices was good. That
Yeah.
was my mentality. So if I got
Yep.
some crappy, dirty ammo that smoked up the gun and dirtied it up, I want that gun to run it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? That's my main priority. But other than that, no.
Yeah. Like I don't mind running steel case ammo. A lot of people don't want to run steel case because it'll dirty up your gun. But I'm like, if my gun can't shoot steel case ammo, then I really don't want to carry that gun. I want to be able to shoot whatever I need to shoot through that gun. I want to be able to shoot it.
Facts. Facts.
Yeah. You got a favorite brand of holster? I know you said you like Vetter holsters, and
Yeah,
that's what you
I'm
got.
rocking with Vetter, man. I really like their stuff, man. I want to reach out to them,
Mm-hmm.
maybe get something custom for myself,
Okay.
and then see if we can do some business or something, man. Maybe an affiliate type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I really endorse their brand, man, like that because I've put them through the ringer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's done me good every time.
Okay. Okay. Any holster brand that you don't like?
Not really. Again, I go off, cloth. you can, just avoid a cloth holster, man.
Okay.
With a holster, I always learned that you wanted something that's going to hold its shape when you draw your gun. Because if you need to reholster the gun, you don't want to be taking your other hand, fumbling with the holster, trying to get the gun in there. You want to just be able to slide her in there and keep it moving.
Yeah.
Now, if you're thinking, I'm thinking in a self-defense situation or a home defense situation, you come around the corner, you pull the gun out. Oh, that's grandma. Here, let me put that back. You want to be able to put it back quick, so you don't want to be fumbling. And then a good system of retention, whether it be something you screw down to tighten up on the gun, like most of the inside the waistbands, or some other alternative retention switch or something you got to hit a thumb lever. Need some good retention either way.
Yeah.
And then, like we were talking, open carry. I prefer the concealable holsters. The inside the waistbands.
Yeah.
Or pancake style holster.
Okay.
But yeah, you want to falls, felons, and fleeing. If you got to run, you want to make sure your gun's going to stay in place. It doesn't bobble out. Felon, somebody tries to grab your gun from you. You want to have that retention. And or if you're, you falling, you fall down somewhere, wrestling with somebody, your gun won't slip out.
Yeah.
So those are the things I look for my holsters to be able to do. The cloth holsters don't really seem to fit into that mold. So even though they're economical, try to stay away from them.
Yeah. Okay.
My opinion.
Appreciate that opinion too. Kydex or leather? You got a preference? As far as holsters go.
Now, if it fits the criteria, I'll rock either one. I've had high noon holsters inside the waistbands. Those did pretty good, but they're a little too thick after the clip area for me.
All right.
So I've always been with the Kydex after that.
Okay. You kind of got into this already, but do you prefer inside the waistband or outside the waistband?
Typically inside the waistband. Now, if I'm on the range, man, like we shoot at a lot of outdoor ranges out here.
Yeah.
I want my outside the waistband holster.
Okay.
Just for out there. But if I'm carrying or out and about, inside the waistband.
Okay. Would fewer guns result in less gun violence, and why?
I say, no, it would not. With fewer guns, I think it would probably increase it to certain extents. In the hood, man, let's be honest, man. It's already buck wild.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In most of the hoods, anywhere you go, just I don't see it as a viable solution, man. Let me. I've thought about this quite a bit, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that we really need to get more people educated about firearms.
True.
I think that is the best gun control solution that's out there is education, because that breeds, knowledge. Knowledge will breed safety and all the other things that we want in the gun culture. And then the problem in the hood, man, the gun violence is rooted in, fatherless homes, economic situations, all these things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Gun violence is bigger. It's just a symptom of a bigger problem. But everybody wants to treat it like it is the problem.
Yeah.
Got a scrape on my knee, but I'm putting a Band-Aid on my elbow.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, they want to disarm the citizens. The people who are carrying to protect themselves and doing it the right way. You want to take the guns away from them, and basically you're just leaving them to be a victim. Because the criminals don't care. They're going to carry their guns, and they're going to, attack people. And if they know that, they can't carry guns here, or they don't carry guns here, guess what? You're going to be victimized because they know, they got the upper hand already. So I believe that, like you said, education will go a long way with, gun safety, because a lot of the guns just have a negative thing about them. People just automatically, as soon as you say gun, people turn their face up because they don't really understand, the concept of guns or the reason why, you should be armed. and they think, oh, you just want to go out and cause terror, or you're gonna do all this negative stuff with your gun, and
Like Yosemite Sam out there running around
yeah,
Wild West.
just shooting at everybody and just shooting up everything. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's crazy. But, is gun violence in America a problem?
Say that one more time. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, no problem. Is gun violence in America a problem?
Yes, I think it is, man. Anytime, all right, because I don't subscribe to the whole political system.
Mm-hmm.
When I think or say things that, you know, whatever people's whatever clique they with, when it doesn't really fit along with that,
Uh-huh.
they get mad with me because they're like, "Yo, why you thinking like that?" And I'm just like, anytime I can turn on the TV and find out a young rapper's been killed,
Uh-huh.
due to gun violence, and then once every couple months, maybe once or twice a week. Nah, I ain't gonna say it's even that close, man. But however, so often there's a publicized cop brutality shooting. You know what I
Uh-huh.
mean? Something that the politicians and the lawyers and everybody can make some money off of,
Yeah.
right? There's more of those rappers getting gunned down than there is those police brutality situations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I just think our focus is in the wrong place, man.
Mm-hmm.
These guys are getting gunned down, and there's guys like you and I that they can relate to,
Mm-hmm.
that we can educate them. Like, oh, look, man, this is some of the stuff that will happen to you by using your gun in the wrong way.
Yeah.
We're teaching them how to use it in the right way. We don't get the large enough platform to get out there to put that out.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
if it's something that's going on, that's politically motivated, that gets the attention.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So these kids go out here and they got these negative influences, and they go out here and gun each other down, man. And it's like, a whole generation of people can be potentially gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or a large percentage of it
Mm-hmm.
due to miseducation about firearms.
Yeah.
And that's where I say, yeah, there's a gun problem in America, man. With people not knowing what they're doing with these things, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you see it all the time. Really, like you say, you turn on the TV and you see, somebody, a child shot themselves playing with somebody's gun, and that's gonna make headlines. And not saying that it shouldn't, but instead of working on, well, how did this kid get the gun, and safety issues of it, they just blame the gun. Like,
Right.
guns just
Right.
don't go arms and legs and shoot people. Like, it's people who don't take care of it and put it in the right place, and take the necessary safety measures to prevent something like that. That's why that happened. And the media runs with these situations, and you see it all the time because that's what the media wants to push. They want to push this, the guns are bad. So anytime that there's a negative thing with guns, they're going to push that. That's their agenda. And like you say, we don't have the platforms to be able to speak to the masses.
Not yet.
Yeah,
You
true.
get there for us, bro. You're getting there quick too. I love this, man.
But it's like we gotta teach as many as we can teach. And hopefully, if we talk to 10 people, one person retains some type of knowledge and teaches another person, and we just build that way, and until it, becomes bigger. But I definitely believe media plays a part in it. I'm not saying that gun violence isn't a problem in America, because I believe that it is. And I don't believe it'll ever be like rectified and situated, but I believe that a lot of it is media driven, and it could be somewhat better, but never. I don't think it'll ever be like 100% gone.
Yeah, I think it's a lot. It's our culture too, man. I mean,
Yeah,
from the beginnings of America, man, there's always been the firearm around.
yeah,
It's how the country was forged out. So it's in us,
yeah,
even in human nature. But
yeah.
firearms are there.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at it from like the rap videos, just using rap because it's easy to jump on rap videos. But you got a rap video, and rappers glorified Glocks, and Glocks became this huge gun that every rapper wanted, and everybody, the kids and people who idolized those rappers, wanted those guns. Same with the
Yeah,
Draco. Like, Dracos are in every video now, so kids want
yeah,
Dracos, and now the Dracos are so like popular that the gun that used to be $600, that the handgun now it's $1,500, and people are paying for it out the gate because it's so popular now. And I mean, I don't know. I don't want to keep going on that. I can talk about that for a while.
facts, man. You preaching about it, man, for real.
Yeah. Any YouTube channels that you frequent?
Yeah, man. I like laughing at these dudes, the Hodge twins.
Funny dudes. I follow
Man,
them. I follow them.
yo, yeah, them dudes be cracking me up, man. My man Hassan Campbell.
I watch them too.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hood News.
Yep.
Got to keep up with that. Um, and lately, Dr. Boyce Watkins.
Okay, I follow him. I follow him.
Yeah, I'm on Dr. Boyce a lot, man. Cause and then my man Wall Street Trapper.
I never heard of him. I'll have to look him up.
Oh man, you gotta check that brother out, yo.
Okay.
Deep story, good man, spits it plain.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Um, and then Earn Your Leisure.
I never heard of that one either.
Yeah, check them out too, man. I just been my man. I just ordered his work tonight. Derek Grace.
Derek Grace. Okay.
Yeah.
I've kind of like followed him somewhat, but like I haven't like totally dived in. But yeah, I follow him to a degree.
Yeah. I think right after being a gun guy, man, I'm an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to put all of this together, and then I
Okay.
got some family things going on. My son's gonna be starting a YouTube channel. My daughter just started hers.
Okay.
About to get my wife a YouTube channel going because she does these cups, man. And I'm right here amidst all her stuff, and I can't find one. But
It's like the Homeboy tactical cup that you made, like that you
yeah,
had.
the
Yeah.
Second Amendment flag on the other end.
Yeah.
She does those for
Them
me.
is nice.
She
Them is
got her
nice.
business is taking off.
Okay.
So I'm trying to build a family legacy, man.
No doubt. No doubt. No
So
doubt. You got to teach them. You got to teach them.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Shout out your people's YouTube channel. Shout them out. Your daughter's YouTube channel.
Oh, my daughter is Naya Niyah Green. That's for you got your wife or your daughters out there, man. She does skincare.
Okay.
And then everybody else is not really set up, man. I'm doing this. I mean, I'm a Homeboy Tactical.
Mm-hmm.
Check out that homeboytactical.com. And then I'm gonna be setting up another channel where I just talk just straight motivational stuff. There's no gun politics, nothing. Just motivation. Just want to, give you that mental or that spiritual pick me up.
Yeah.
Maybe you're going through something. If I can help you get through it by saying some words, that's what I want to do on that channel.
Okay. What advice would you give a first time gun buyer?
Make sure that when you buy your gun, it's something that you want to in this day and age keep for a little while.
Mm.
You're gonna have to train with it, get familiar with it. Please get familiar with it. Try to get some formal training. It can be just a basic class. Do all your basic classes that you can. Get your concealed weapons permit and learn your laws.
Okay.
Learn your laws in your state. Learn your laws in the country about your firearm. Okay, you are now in this culture. We accept you in it. We want you in it. We need you in it.
Yes.
And we want you to be safe and smart about everything you do with your firearms.
Yep. Do y'all need concealed carry licenses in Virginia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Same here in Pennsylvania. Same thing. Yeah. Last question, then I'm gonna let you go. What do you have a gun that you would consider your unicorn gun? Something that you like, a fantasy gun that you always wanted that you haven't been able to get yet?
Not really, man. You know what? That's funny. I really don't, because a lot of the stuff, man, I got relationships with several of the gun stores,
Okay.
Around me. So I go in there, I handle all kinds of stuff, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know how it is when you're a gun guy. Sometimes you just want to just hold it in your hand, and you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I really don't have to fire it. I just want to hold it, you
Yep.
know. But I think everything that I've ever thought about that I wanted to get a hold of
Hmm.
or shoot or whatever, I have.
Okay.
So no, I just lied to you, man. I'm sorry. I haven't got my hand on a Desert Eagle.
Okay.
You know, even in the gun store, I still haven't gotten a hold of one, and I
Yeah.
want to fire one really, really bad. So,
Yeah.
Desert Eagle.
Yeah. That was one of mine. I want the Desert Eagle 50 cal. I want to shoot one of those, and I want to shoot an FN Scar. Well, I want those two. So
I've shot the Scar.
yeah.
Scar is dope.
Yeah, that's my two
Expensive.
unicorns. Yeah, definitely expensive.
Whew.
Gotta save up for a while to get one of those. I hit the lotto, whatever
Yeah,
comes
yeah,
first.
yeah, yeah. Yo, you keep doing this, man. You keep staying the course with your thing, man, and you gonna get there, bro. You be able to go out and buy that gun 2, 3 times over, man.
Appreciate it, appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but gun family, this is my man Homeboy Tactical. Hopefully y'all enjoyed this. Like I said in the beginning, if you are not subscribed to his channel, do that right now. Follow him on Instagram. Real guy right here, man. Like, I don't even know if I'd be doing this as hard as I'd be doing it if it wasn't for this dude right here. And he probably didn't even know that, before he came on here. But I got mad respect for this man right here.
All day, family. All day.
Yes, sir. But I'm gonna get up with you later. Be safe out there, bro. Stay
All
blessed, stay
right.
strapped.
Amen. You as well, bro. Appreciate you.
Appreciate it.
Peace.